think I can save a couple people some trouble with this video. This is a Japanese jazz master junior collection. For some reason, I just didn't want to play this guitar. I was avoiding it. Something I didn't like about it. Last night I decided to play it a little bit, and I figured out what was wrong. I fixed it. It was very easy, and now I'm much more excited about the guitar. The problem was the truss rod needed to be adjusted. The string height from the fretboard seemed really high. I didn't have anything to measure with when I was adjusting it. I did it by feel. But here's how you test. Well, for one thing, the sixth string looked like it was way high in the sky. And I was going to adjust the bridge, but before I did that, I had checked the truss rod or the straightness of the neck, and this is the method I like to use. I'm going to take my fretting hand, press down at the first fret on the sixth string, the F. And with my picking hand, I use my pinky, press down at the highest fret, which is a D. If you're a guitar teacher, you can't help but call out the notes. So, then I look at the string in relation to the 12th fret, and then I'll tap it lightly. What was happening was the string was traveling down to touch the fret, a few millimeters or 64ths of an inch. Now it is basically sitting on the fret, but there's a tiny bit of distance it can go down. That's really what you want. So, instead of adjusting the bridge, I got out my hex wrenches. This set is the inch or 64ths and 32nds and 16ths and quarter inches. So usually it's looks like it's worn off, the some 32nds or the 9/64ths. I tried those. They didn't fit. They were too small. It was the 3/16ths, I believe. That's what I used. So fortunately, this has the truss rod cavity where I can see the end of the truss rod at the headstock versus having to take off the neck. I was glad I didn't have to take off the neck, but it's not that big of a deal. So stick it in there and crank it. Tighten it. Don't be afraid to really crank it down. If it needs to be cranked, you're not going to break it. So I gave it a, maybe a half turn. And it was really loose, and it just went, it was very easy. Then I checked it again. Needed a little more, so I cranked it again. I cranked it until the neck was very straight. And then I probably tuned it up and played it. Holy smokes. It's got that jolly, jingly, gorgeous Fender tone. It really kind of affects the tone. If you're fighting that curved neck, you're going to really have to press hard. You're going to kind of strain your hand. It's going to be kind of out of tune. It's going to just sound weird. So something about having this set up correctly really changes the way I think about this guitar. Alright, follow me for more handy tips. Thanks a lot. If you subscribe, that helps me a whole bunch. So thanks. Peace out.